Thank you. I see you watching in the YouTube. Everybody watching in the YouTube, thank you. Everybody watching on TikTok, thank you as well. I'm gonna say that I appreciate it. Everybody watching on every social media platform supporting. I got about 1 more minute of invites. Like I said, this will be informative for the woman. And if you wonder why I am a man talking about these lessons of a woman, well, I was taught by a woman, which is my grandmother. She goes by Charlotte Taylor. She is also known as Cheryl or Shell. She has taught me about the sacred woman, and she told me about what type of woman I should be looking for as a youth. And I'm going to share that information, her lessons, with each and every one of you today. So like I said, this is about the sacred woman, the weapons of the woman. This is very relevant for every woman, every daughter, every sister, every mother, every wife, every widow. This is relevant to you. All right. This is also relevant to the men because we must know these lessons to revere our women as the goddesses they are. All right. So I got about 30 more seconds of invites. Hopefully by now you got your pad and pen. I need to hear about 10 shares. Can I get like 10 shares, please? Can I get about 10 shares? I appreciate it. I can't see the screen right now on the Facebook. I'm just doing invites. And I'm almost ready. All right. And Thea LaMail in the building. I thank you. So I guess we're about ready to do this. Thank you for everybody that's new coming in here. This video is definitely for you. It is a classic. It is a classic video. All right. So I guess I'm done. I guess I'm pretty much done. I guess I'm done the shares and the invites. Thank you. Thank you for everybody who shared the video. I appreciate it. I just wanted to share it to a couple people. Make sure it's coming across. Make sure people know that I invited them here to this discussion. All right? Cool. All right. Alrighty. So, first of all, I like to give honors. I'd like to give honors to all the ancestors that proceed before me and all the descendants that come after me. I like to give honors and recognition and respect to them. All right? I like to give honors and respect to you. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Your time is is priceless. All right? If anybody has ever you moved you in some type of way on a broadcast, hopefully today it is in my heart I can move you in the right direction as well. Okay? So let's get that straight before we begin. Okay? Let's get that straight before we begin. Okay? I go by the appellation of Lazarus LaMail, but I am known as Solar Prime Supreme 131 of the Messiah Code movement. All right? All the information that I share here with you tonight, today, this morning, wherever you are on the planet, all the information I share with you today is a representation of that movement of the Messiah. Okay? So we'll get it straight. We can get this. I want to have a clear observation of what we're doing here. All right? So I love y'all. Thank you for all the all-stars. You know who you are. And also, if you can you please share the video? can you please, 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 please share the video? I beg you, once again, can you please, 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 please share the video? All right? This video is relevant to our family discussion. All right? That's what this video is about. It's relevant to uplift the man, as well as to uplift the woman, and as well as to uplift the child in our family. Okay? So let's begin, and I want to talk about some lessons. Okay? Now, like I said, I represent a movement called that of the Messiah. Now, it's short when we say Messiah Code Movement, but it is Messiah Code Movement. It is, Messiah Code Spiritual Conscious Evolution for Future Technology. That is the name of the movement in totality. All right, so the information that I share with you is going to vary in reference to the times that we living in. Okay, so I'm here to literally upgrade your technology. I'm not here to bring you into no Godhead. I'm not here to switch your religion, just whatever up. I'm here to literally upgrade your technology, your spiritual technology. Okay? So you can represent whatever you want, whatever God you want, whoever you want. You can represent that. I'm here to enhance that and bring the greatness in you for what it's worth. All right? So let's begin. I want to talk about the woman, and hopefully you got a pad and a pen. And if you don't got a pad and a pen, you're going to be doing yourself a disservice. I'm telling you, if you don't have a pad and a pen with this conversation, you're going to be doing yourself a disservice. All right, I will be putting things in the comment section, though. I will be typing a couple things in the comment section, so more or less you can kind of see the expression of what I'm saying to you. All right? So, thank you, Queen. Peace to you. Peace to you and the family. Peace to the mom community. Peace to everyone. All right? So, we're going to talk about the woman. Okay? So, now the woman has always been revered throughout many cultures, throughout many religions, throughout many spiritualities. But it has come to a point where we were in a time or in a bubble where men were running the show and men were more revered than the women, and we were equally revered at one point in time. We equally revered each other as gods and goddesses, and respected and honored one another for what it's worth and what we had to bring to the table, to the universe. But in some sort of way, it got out of balance. Okay, so now I'm here as a man to give reference to the woman once again, but also I want to give reference to the family, the man, the woman. I'm live. It's showing right here. Thank you. I'm here to give reference to the man, the woman, and the family. Thank you. Please take this. I'm good. Please take this. Please take it. Please. Thank you. All right. So let's begin. So when I talk about the woman, I'm going to talk about 5 points. All right, I'm gonna begin and talk about that. Y'all got that? So when you count the man, you count the man with 6 points. Okay? I'll show you real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But when you count the woman 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y'all get that? So when I started, thank you. I started with 5 letters. Y'all got this? Thank you. Y'all see it? Hopefully it says it in there in the comment section. I don't know if it's coming in. Thank you. Peace to Ruby. All right. So, like I said, I started off with 5 letters and 5 points. Okay? And these 5 points are symbolic of something. Thank you. These five points are symbolic of something. Just like I can go 5 other points and it would be symbolic of something as well. And it would be balance. Alright? So when we start off with the 5, start talking about the woman, we got the sister, we got the daughter, we got the daughter, the sister, the mother, the wife, and the widow. Write that down. If you got a pen, write this down. Now, no matter what lessons you go through as a woman, it will be in these template designs. You hear me? It would be as a daughter. You will go through a lesson as a daughter. You will go through the lesson as a sister. You will go through the lesson as a mother. You will go through the lesson as a wife. And you will go through the lesson as a widow. Now, what I suggest is this. That you create a star as a woman. You create a star, all right? Create a star right now. You writing notes? Y'all writing notes? You should create a star, a 5-pointed star, right? Y'all know how to do that. We used to do that in elementary. Now, when you do that 5-pointed star, what I want you to do is, I want you to put the mother on the top. She's at the head of the 5-pointed star, okay? Put the mother on the top. Now I want you to put the wife on the left hand. And I want you to put the widow on the right hand. All right? Now, I want you to put the daughter on the left leg, and I want you to put the sister on the right leg. So you should have a star here, and you should have the mother on the top. You should have the wife on the left hand. You should have the widow on the right hand. You should have the sister on the left leg, and you should have, you should have the daughter on the left leg, and you should have the sister on the right leg. Write that down, yo. Write that down. So you got the daughter on the left leg, and you got the sister right leg. Y'all got it? You got the wife on the left arm. You got the widow on the right arm, and then you got the mother on the top. Y'all got this. These are the lessons. These are the lessons. It's all good. So now that y'all know these lessons, right? Now that y'all know these lessons, what you have did was created the template design of your womanhood. Okay? The template design. At the foundation of yourself, you have the daughter and the sister. These are your foundational lessons that you learn as a woman. The first lesson that you learn as a woman is to be a daughter. Am I right? Because the thing about it is this. I'm going to say this. As a daughter, you must take up a certain weapon. Okay? Take down these weapons. Each station has a certain weapon. So I want you to take down these weapons as well. So as a daughter, you take on the sword and the veil. Okay? So, and your color is a color that resonates for each and every template design of womanhood as well. It's the color that resonates. Okay? It's a reflective color of how or what the lessons incorporate. All right. So now when we talk about the daughter, she takes up the veil and the sword. And you will wonder why the daughter would take up the veil and the sword. And her color is blue. All right. So as a daughter, she comes out the water of her mother. And it's various different women that we know that represent the color blue. You can go to Nut. You can also go to Tefnut. They represent the color blue. But also they represent the rise of a woman, the rise of a woman's nature in her mind. It represents a woman's higher self, like Tefnut is the canopy of the sky. All right? And you embrace that color blue in that sense because you grip the sword and you also grip the veil along with it. All right? So the veil is not like a veil that you wear over your face for religious reasons. It's actually, which would be hijaba or hijab. All right? And hijab would just simply means, or hijaba would mean a barrier. So as a daughter, the first lesson that she must learn is the barrier that she must keep between this world, this world, her family, and the outer world. Because the daughter must be protected. All right? She must be protected. Her mind must be protected and her body must be protected. So the daughter must first learn the barrier that she must embrace to the world. And then not only the barrier, she just don't got a barrier. The daughter has a sword to protect her barrier. Do you get that? So you just not going to run up on the daughter and just act like you going to break down her barrier. Or you just going to bust down her walls in a certain sense. Because she got swords to protect the walls. You know what I'm saying? So you'll never even get to the walls if even you try. All right? But the sword is something else. Because the sword would be the secret word. It would be the sword. It would be the secret word. It would be the sword that she's protecting. The sacred word. All right? She carries the sword. It's the word of her fathers and her mothers. These are the words that she carried, the swords. And they're there to cut any and everybody up if that come in the path. All right? Or try to bust down the barrier. So as a daughter, this is what I teach my daughter. All right? And as well as our sisters, our mothers, and our wives. All right? We must share these lessons with them. Thank you. All right? So now, like I said, this busting it down, you got the daughter. All right? So she takes the left leg. The reason why she takes the left leg, because the daughter is the closest thing to your heart, or the closest thing. Everything on the left side is actually a part of your emotional side. Your emotional side, which is right brain activity. Remember that. Everything that's on the left side is igniting right brain activity, which deals with emotions. All right? Or creative response, any type of thing like that. Imagination, stuff like that. All right? So, boom. So, yeah, your daughter is your hope. Your daughter is you thinking, man, she's your princess. You know, she's your purest thing, your form of a woman, your daughter. All right? She's the purest form of a woman. To a man, in a sense, because you would think like, dag, man, this right here, you would want her, the whatever, the worries of the world, you wouldn't want that for her in that certain type of way. And as a father, we feel that. I don't know if I can speak for anybody else, but we feel that in a certain way. All right, so yes, we give our daughter the barrier or the veil, and we give our daughters the swords to protect the barrier. All right, and then moving forward, you got the sister. Okay. So now I'm giving up the secret lessons and the weapons of the woman, right? And I start talking about the five, and I was dealing with the 5 points of a woman. And I started and I said that the daughter represents the left leg, the sister represents the right leg, the wife represents the left arm, and then the widow represents the right arm, and then the mother represents the head. Remember that if you're taking notes. Okay, so boom. Now moving forward, what you know is that the sister, she's a whole nother leg. You get what I'm saying? All right, but the sister represents, she has a weapon of choice as well, and she has a certain color that she embodies, which is the color green. All right, that's the color that the sister embodies, which is the right, which is the right leg. All right, she embodies the color green, which is hospitality. All right, which also deals with you know, in a sense of hospitality, it's many other things that embrace these lessons, because her weapon of choice is considered to be a broken column. Now you be thinking, man, like, how am I going to hold this temple up with a broken column? That's something that you got to figure out, because that is the lesson of sisterhood. That is the true lesson of sisterhood. You got to figure out how to hold up a building with a broken column. You got to know how to mend broken relationships, know how to make things, make the foundation strong, even with a broken column. And we ain't perfect. Let me keep it real. We all ain't perfect. We strive for perfection, but we ain't perfect. And we can say all the wrongs we did to each other, but that right there is the broken column. Keep it real. That right there is the broken column. So, for the people that are just coming in, I'm going to bring you up to speed to what's going on. You should have a pad and a pen. You should have a piece of paper and a pen, or pen, whatever, because I'm giving up great lessons here that you can utilize in your life, as well as your daughter can utilize in her life, your daughter, all right, or your sister, or your mother, or your grandmother, whoever. They can use these lessons. So, like I said, to bring you up to speed, you know, I was talking about the woman, 5 points of the woman, and I said, I broke it down. I start talking about the 2 legs of the woman. The 2 legs of the woman, one being the daughter, which is the left leg, and then the other one being the sister, which is the right leg. And then I start talking about the left arm representing the wife, and then the right arm representing the widow, and then the head of the body of the woman is the mother. All right? Just start breaking these things down if y'all just catching up. Y'all just coming in. All right? So you should have a pad and a pen so you can understand these lessons. And then I'll start breaking down the weapons. I start saying how the weapons of the first leg, which is the left leg, so happens to be a sword in the veil. And the color is blue. Okay? Which represents purity. So because the daughter is pure, the daughter is pure. She's the most purest thing next to water. So her color is blue. All right? But her weapon of choice is the sword and the veil. All right? She takes up the sword to protect the veil, which is the barrier. All right? So that's the daughter right there. So we got the daughter settled. Now we're going to go into the sister. And like I said, the sister is the right leg. And when you're breaking down the right leg, the color connects to it is green. Because you know what? Green is a simulation of blue and yellow. Am I right? It's a simulation of blue and yellow. Excuse me. Yeah, blue and yellow is green. So it's a combination of those energies. So you think about it, that's what the sister is. So her deal is hospitality in a certain way. But when I was breaking down the lessons of the sister, remember, she taking up the right leg of the female Messiah, right? She taking up the right leg. Peep game. on it. Her weapon of choice was the broken column. Now you ask, well, why is the sister, her weapon is the broken column? One, the reason why is because the broken column is basically is something like a column holds a temple up. Okay, it holds its whole foundations up. But a broken column, in a sense, went through something. Like, let's say an earthquake happened, or let's say like some crazy stuff happened, and the column broke, but it's still holding up the foundation. So you got to repair the column in some sort of way, or mend the column in some sort of way in order for it to be sturdy. So that is the lessons of sisterhood. That's the lessons of the right foot. All right, because you don't know which is your right foot. You don't know which is the right way to go, and they call this the right foot. All right. So yes, you got to learn how to mend relationships. Know how to work with people that have been broken in so many ways. You got to learn how to do these things, and those are the lessons in the foundation of the female Messiah. In a small increment. In a small increment, those are the lessons of the foundation of what the female, what the Alima represents. Okay, so, and I'll share that with you. So moving up higher, we're going up higher to the higher part of a woman, right? To the higher perspective of a woman, because we was talking about the lower half of a woman, which is the daughter and the sister. All right, so we're going to go to the higher half of the woman, and we're going to start with the wife. All right, so the wife takes up the left hand, okay, and her color so happens to be white and black. Why is it white and black? Because you sign on a dotted line with the wife, right? Am I right? You sign on a dotted line with white and black with the wife. That's how she becomes your wife. You sign on a dotted line. You make an agreement, because you have to have a marriage, and a marriage is a contract. Am I right? So a contract is defined by a white and black ledger, because when you write things in white and black, they're more legible. You can understand it. If I write things in crazy color, you're gonna be like, oh man, my mind is going, what is this? The most legible things are in black and white. So yes, the wife, she takes on the left hand, and she takes on the color of black and white. All right, and her weapon of choice so happens to be the scepter and the throne. She takes up the scepter and the throne. Remember, I'm telling you, these are the higher halves of a woman, right? The higher halves of a woman is the wife and the widow and the mother. These are the higher halves. All right? So now we're just talking about the wife. So again, she taking up the scepter and she taking up the throne. Yo, man, these are hard things to do, because this brings her to another lesson. Because the wife, the higher lesson of the wife is the widow. All right, I'm gonna bring you to that though. But her holding the scepter and the throne, her being able to hold the scepter and the throne prepares her for the other lessons. All right, prepares her for the other lessons that she needs to learn. All right, so yeah, the scepter meaning that she takes up the staff. You say, for real? She takes up the staff, meaning that she has to be responsible, meaning that she has to be an example. When you take up the scepter, which is also another word for the staff, which is leadership, you got to be an example for your staff. You got to be an example for those that are watching you. All right? Because they want to steal the throne or take the throne from beneath you. All right? But when you sit on the throne, it's like more or less like an axis point that you sit on. All right? But this throne is something that you earn as a woman. It's not something that, yo, man, yeah, it is your right, but it's something that you realize that you got to earn as well. I have something I want to put in the comment section. Let me see if I can put this. Now, if you can put this in the comment section before me, then you Gucci. All right? So, question. What is the meaning of queen in the lessons of the Messiah Code? If you can put that in the comment section before me, you're a bad man, Majama. If not, I got you. Ooh, you might beat me to it. What is the meaning of queen? Now, all my queens should have it by verbatim. You should have this memorized by verbatim. If I ask you what is the meaning of queen, because if I ask you what's the meaning of queen and you go to their meaning, they're gonna give you some other stuff. So, if you can beat me to the punch, I'm gonna put it in the comment section. I'm gonna put it in the comment section. Let me see. You can put it in there before me. You're a bad man, Majama. But the queen, come on, somebody beat me, alright? Make your thumbs work. Come on, somebody got it. Alright, let's go. See if I got any lessons. Alright, so if you got your book, if you got one of your books, alright, so you will see that the queen is the majestic female, the sovereign authority who ordains and creates the bodies of laws for which her subjects must follow. So I'm gonna put that in the comment section. All right, I'll type it in the comment section because I was gonna pull out the book, but so that's extra typing. I don't feel like doing that. But the queen is the sovereign authority, all right? The majestic female, the sovereign authority, all right? Who ordains and creates the bodies of laws for which her subjects must follow. And I did this lesson a couple times with y'all, and I said, well, what's the difference between a queen and a king, all right? So if you know that the queen is the majestic female, the sovereign authority who ordains and creates the bodies of laws for which her subjects must follow. All right, you go back and go to the king. The king is what? The sovereign supreme grand ruler of a nation, the head of his family and household. So it's a difference. Hopefully it didn't pause. It's a difference between the queen and the king. All right. So when you taking up your throne as the majestic female, the sovereign authority who ordains and creates the bodies of laws for which her subjects must follow. Just know that the king is subject in your kingdom. All right? Because he's the sovereign supreme grand ruler of a nation. But he doesn't invent the laws. He doesn't create the laws. The queen creates the laws. Because she is the majestic female. She's the majestic female, the sovereign supreme grand, the sovereign authority who creates, who ordains, and that's ordinance, ordains and creates the bodies of laws for which her subjects must follow. All right? So he is following the decrees of a woman, or the decrees of his wife, of a noble wife, rather. Now remember that the Messiah is married to the church. I ain't gonna lie to you. Keep it real. He's married to the church. As a woman, you must embody the spirit of the church. You must be the church. You must be the church that he is married to. And keep it real. That's what you must be. Okay, so we talked about the wife, and it's all glamorous because she can wear the white or black and she move like how she want to move. And let's go in. Let's talk about the widow. And like I said, these are hierarchy lessons. These are hierarchy lessons when it comes to learning yourself as a woman, okay? Also as a man. So now we moving forward. We going to the right arm, and we talking about the widow. Now you wonder why the widow would be more or less of a hierarchy lesson of womanhood than the wife, because more or less the wife is there with the husband. You know, she's there to fulfill his will, his desire. She's there because he is in her presence. But when it comes to the widow, guess what happened? The husband is not in her presence. So what the woman must do? The woman must be a widow. She must act like her husband is in her presence. All right? She must see her husband and feel her husband, even if her husband isn't there physically. She must understand his will and be able to take the will and be able, and also take the family to the destination of choice. All right? Which is his fulfilling his will. You get that? So that's the hardest thing. Now you ask me, well, what is the weapon of the widow? The weapon of the widow is the needle and thread, yo. The weapon of the widow is the needle and thread. You might ask me, well, why is her weapon the needle and thread, Lamel? Man, it gets cold in the winter, don't it? All right? And then when you think about the widow, it's almost like the spider that webs a network, that creates a network, a web of choice. Thank you. No problem. No problem. This is, like I said, this is for the strengthening the family. All right? And I'm gonna stop it there at the widow, and I'm gonna bring y'all up, and I'm gonna review the lessons. Review the lessons for all the people that just coming in, all the people that just sharing the video as well. Thank you for everybody that shared it. Okay? So I was talking about the 5 points of a woman, the 5 points of a female. All right? And in discussion, we start talking about the foundation of the woman, and the foundation, which was the daughter and the sister. Okay? Now, then we talked about the upper portion, and we were going into talking about the wife, the widow, and the mother being at the top head, all right, of this 5 stationary template design of the female Messiah. All right? And like I said, the female Messiah comes in 5 portions. 5 portions. It's not 31 portions in the sense of what the male Messiah comes in. It's 5 portions, and I broke that down, which was arm, leg, arm, head. Or if you want to say head, arm, leg, arm. You still get Allah. Same thing. Alright? So now, breaking this down, just breaking it down moving forward, you know, I start talking about the weapons of choice for each station of the female Messiah. I start talking about the daughter. Her weapons so happens to be what? The sword and the veil. And I was breaking down why the daughter takes up the sword and the veil. And I start talking about her colors. And I said each color has a vibration that deals with each station. All right? So when we dealing with that, we talking about the daughter. We said the blue is her stationary color. And she's next to purity. She's the purest form of what a man feel a woman is. Literally, a daughter. Now we go to the sister. I was breaking that down. I start saying her color so happens to be green. She represents hospitality. And then also her weapon of choice so happens to be the broken column. And I was talking about how this broken column also embodies the spirit of mending relationships and being able to prepare relationships when certain things happen. All right? Start talking about that. And then I brought up to the hierarchy of the female Messiah, because remember, the female Messiah comes in 5 portions. All right, she's known as Alima, or what we call which is an attribute of Allah, which is known as the upgrader of technology. Because the woman, remember, she's known as wisdom. She's also known as wisdom. So when she embodies the spirit of the Messiah, when she takes the body of the Messiah, she doesn't break into 31 portions like how the male Messiah breaks into 1 through 31. Even though that adds up to 5, because 1 plus 3 plus 1 equals 5. So now we're going back to the woman, which is the female Messiah. All right, so the female Messiah, if you reverse Lamel, you get Alima or Alimu, which is like I said, an attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And let me see, I think it might be the 18th attribute. If you know what attribute Alima or Alimu is, let me know, because I am trying to look it up right now, and then put it in the comment section. I appreciate that. If you know El Alim, which is an attribute of Allah that's also connected with Lima of the female Messiah. Thank you. Shout out to our president, Shamel, she who embodies the spirit of melanin, Jasmine Thompson, Kum. Thank you. Thank you to our president in the building. All right. So, moving forward, like I said, the female Messiah. Now we was talking, I brought y'all up, and I was talking about the wife. I said the wife, she takes on the black and white. Why? Because of ledger. Because to become a wife, you put it on a dotted line. All right. Also, she takes her weapons of choice. So happens to be the throne and the throne and the scepter. And I was breaking down what the throne and the scepter represents. Okay? Now, I moved to the widow, and I said this is a hierarchy of what a woman is. Because now she's able to, fulfill her husband's will when her husband is not in her presence physically. She's able to carry her husband inside her heart and able to fulfill his will and take the will and bring the family to the destination. I was breaking that down, and I was saying that the needle and the thread so happens to be her weapon of choice. And you'd be like, why is the needle and thread is the weapon of choice? Because the children need clothes. The family needs clothes. Right? Not besides the clothes that we need to guard us, because we need the armor of God to wear. It's the clothing that we wear is the armor of God that she sews for us. Because why? God is in her, and God moves in her, and she moves that God principle that was installed in her husband, that her husband installed in her. She moves that God principle into the children, and she gives them a clothing to protect them against the weather, against hard times, against the rough life ahead of them. All right, and that's the widow. So whether the husband is there or not, she's able to fulfill that and protect the child as the widow. All right, and then moving on to the hierarchy. Oh, excuse me. And her color so happens to be yellow or purple. The widow. Her color is yellow or purple. That would be her color of choice. Yellow or purple. Now moving up. You got the hierarchy woman, which is the mother. The mother controls all of them. The mother is in charge. She's in charge of each and every one of them, because the mother you is what you born to do. It's what you're here for. Whether you gave birth to a child physically or you did not, you're still a mother. You still represent what a mother is. All right? You represent the woman. Okay? And her color of choice so happens to be red, because it represents the bloodline. Okay? And her color can be orange as well. Okay? And now you might say, well, why red and orange? Because, simply because even a watered down version of herself comes from her. It comes from the bloodline of the mother. Alright? So, wow. And then you wonder, well, what's the weapon for the mother, Lamel? Well, of course, her weapon so happens to be the pen and the paper. Her weapon so happens to be the pen and the paper because she writes the destiny of her child. She writes the name of her child on her heart, even before the child is born. She takes up the pen and paper. She writes the destiny of every child. So do you. You fulfill and write your destiny as well, as the mother, as the hierarchy of your Messiah body, as the hierarchy of your Messiah body, which is the mother. That's your crown. Your crown is motherhood. And when you go higher, you go into grandmotherhood. And when you go higher, you go into great-grandmotherhood. And there goes your 7. But I'm going to keep it real. All these colors add up to 8. Because, for real, you do not represent the Eastern Star as a woman. You hear me? You do not represent the Eastern Star. You represent the North Star as a woman. Y'all hear me? Y'all represent the North Star as a woman. And you might say, well, what is the North Star? The North Star is Cassiopeia, all right, which is the Ethiopian lady of the throne. Now you ask, well, why is it the Ethiopian? Why I gotta be the Ethiopian lady of the throne, Lamel? Okay, people want to. Okay, you want to argue with me now? You don't want to be the Ethiopian lady of the throne. Why do we have to be the Ethiopian lady of the throne, Lamel? Because it's all symbolic. Because the Ethiopian lady of the throne so happens to be Queen Sheba. And Queen Sheba, which is also Cassiopeia, you can say it however you want. She goes around the North Star, no matter what time of the year. And if you want to look for the North Star, you can look for Cassiopeia. And Cassiopeia is 5 stars. I'll show you Cassiopeia right now. Cassiopeia is 5 stars, yo. And it goes around 1 star, which is the northern polarity, the North Pole. But why? Why? Because it's a celestial conversation when you talk about Queen Sheba in search of Solomon to search for wisdom. She went to go search for the wisest man in the world. That's the story of Cassiopeia going around the North Star. It's a celestial conversation. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as Cassiopeia wandering around the North Star. Like I said, it's a celestial conversation. That she was in search of her higher self, which is the North Star. That's why she was in search of Soul, Om, and Om, which is Solomon. She went to go seek out Solomon. And she became what? The wife of Solomon. Am I right? So that's a connection. It's about your higher self. It's about becoming your higher self. And these are the lessons of the female Messiah. And that's why I said you take the 8-pointed star as opposed to, you take the 5-pointed star as to represent the 5 portions of yourself, because that's the female Messiah. That's the body of the female Messiah, which is a 5-pointed star. But the hierarchy of yourself is considered to be the North Star, all right, which is an 8-pointed star. You hear me? And I broke down the reason why. Now this is the compass, and it's so funny, yo. Shout out to everybody. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Shout out to you, yo. This is the 80th day of the 90-day water cleanse. The 80th day. We only got 10 days left. If you got on the water cleanse, if you did it for one day, God bless you. If you thought about doing it, God bless you too. If you didn't do it, you missed out. But you can hop back on it. You can get on it any day you want and do it at any 90-day cycle you want. I got a book for you, and the family will be here to support you. But I'm going to keep it real. Like, I lost 17 pounds. Yo, I'm feeling so good. Body looking on fleek. And not only me, it's a lot of other people looking just as beautiful. All right? Looking like greater versions of themselves. So maybe I went off on a tangent and said, yo, this is the 80th day, and that sounds weird. The reason why I said that, because when you think about the Messiah, what is it? The left leg guards the number 80. I might be mistaken. If I'm mistaken, let me know. But one of them legs guard 80. Let me see. I got you. 1 second. Yeah, we on 80. Let me put this in the comment section. Oh, I got you. I'm going to put the affirmation for today as well. I got y'all. Here go the affirmation for today. So is Anuki Fi Salut, which is I am in control. Anuki Fi Salut, you can say that. So 80 cube is 512,000. So let me see the body. Y'all might ask, well, why is this relevant? Man, this is all relevant. We live in a mainframe consciousness. I need y'all to know that. We live in a programmable mainframe consciousness. Okay, so, excuse me. 80 guards the right foot of the Messiah, of the upgraded, the resurrected body. When the Messiah resurrected, because the Messiah took on two bodies, okay? Which one was, hear me out. The Messiah took on two bodies, which is the 131. Thank you. Peace to Sister Dolcina. Thank you. So when you look at the first body, which is the manifested body, it's the 1 through 31. So you got a male version, all right, which is the 131, and it adds up to 5, and that's also a female version of that as well. So that's why I said you can look at the Messiah body, you can see it as male or female, because you can take those 31 and add it to 5. And then you got the 5 points of a woman. Or you can say the 1 through 31 to represent the male or the male. You hear me? Alright? Because 1 through 31, remember, 131 is male. Or, how do you say it? I am L. That's what it is. 131. But like I said, you can look at it from a feminine perspective and say that 131 adds up to 5, and the 5 points represent the 5 stationary points of a woman. Okay? And I broke those down and I gave you all the weapons to it. But I was bringing you to this, and I said the 8-pointed star. When I said the woman does not represent the Eastern Star. All right. Essentially, the hierarchy of lessons adds up to her representing the North Star. All right. And I said the North Star has 8 points. And that's when I broke it down. I said, yo, we in the 80th day of the 90-day water cleanse. But when you look at the number 80, like this, the body of the Messiah, you see that? It's 8 points. It represents the right foot. This is the upgraded body of the Messiah, what we call the resurrected body. When the Messiah resurrected, the Messiah took on this body of choice. All right? And these are all the numbers that flow between 32 and 99. But remember, that's the Alpha and Omega again, because it's between the 1 and 9. All right? So, yeah, all these lessons are the lessons of the Alpha and Omega. To keep it real. Thank you. All these are the lessons of the Alpha and Omega. That's why, man, I'm going to keep it real. Men and women lie, but numbers don't lie. Men and women lie, but numbers don't lie. Like, I showed y'all so many signs. I don't represent nobody's religion. I don't represent nobody's spirituality. I don't represent nobody's whatever. I'm not here to argue history. I need y'all to know that. I'm not here to argue history. I'm not here to fight the powers to be. I'm not here for none of that stuff. All right? I'm here for a transformational process, or help with a transformational process with yourself. That's what I'm here for, whether male or female. And I give you the map that was given to me. It was given to us in a page. And the funny thing is the page, it had a front cover and it had a back cover. The front cover was the freaking, it was the manifested body of the Messiah. That was the front cover of the page. And the back cover of the page so happened to be the resurrected body of the Messiah, when the Messiah resurrected. All right? So I want to say it like that. And if you believe in these type of things, then, or you trust or have faith in something that's higher than what you think is around you, then I'm here to fulfill that. I'm here to fulfill that. And I share with you all the lessons to prove who I am and what I represent. Period. You can say whatever you want to say about me, but it's all about self. It's all about changing who you are and becoming a greater person. That's what it's all about. All right? And that's what I share. These lessons, they say, how dare you? They said, Lamel, this is the funny thing about it. How dare you give up lessons and talk about a woman? Man, I gave up lessons and talk about a woman in the most great perspective. I gave honor to the woman. They said, because people saying it's disrespectful for me to talk and teach about lessons about a woman. I'm like, I'm giving honor to the woman. But I'm going to keep it real. I told people this too. Like, these lessons, they came from my grandmother. My grandmother, honey. Like, my grandmother, by the age of 16, she taught me all these lessons that I'm sharing with you. All right? And I'm 43 plus. You hear me? So, like, these lessons, I already knew these lessons. Why? Why do I knew all these lessons of a woman as far as the womanhood situation? Because I was raised by my grandmother, and this is the type of woman that she wanted me to look for. You hear me? Like, yo, I want you to search for the woman that knows about the daughter, that knows about the sister, that knows the lessons of the wife and the widow as well as the mother. This is the lessons that she gave me when she was telling me to, when I'm going to go find, I'm googly eyed. And when I was younger, no, I didn't listen. I just wanted to be an adolescent and do whatever I wanted to do. But as I got older and I realized, guess what? Them lessons came back to me. Full-fledged, 100%. It came back to me. And grandmom, guess what? My grandmom is Shirley. That's another name for when she said, you say my name, Shirley, just say she lives. Because I live in you. And that's what my grandmom told me all the time. I live in you. So when you say Shirley, I want you to say she lives. And these lessons that I share with you, you will carry with you for the rest of your life. And I never knew the day when I would have to utilize these lessons like this until I became a public speaker, yo. When I affectionately gave myself to the universe in 2017, when I did not look back, I said, you know what? I'm going to serve the universe how I can. And I'm going to change lives for the better. And for whatever it's worth, I'm going to just serve the universe. And I'm going to just give it my all. And guess what? Guess what happened? Everything happened in my life. Love happened in my life. Success happened in my life. Man, balance happened in my life. All right? So many things happened in my life to the point that, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. And that's what it's all about. I gave myself to the universe, and I gave myself to change lives for the better in a transformational way. And giving these lessons, when I give you these lessons, they are the lessons of my grandma, and I honor her. I do my best to honor her by speaking on her behalf. All right. So when I say honors to Cheryl, which is also Shirley Taylor, my grandmother, these lessons come from her. These lessons come from her, and I do my best to change a circumstance in another woman's life for the better. As being like I said, I can be BB LaMelle, that's baby brother or big brother to you. Real talk. And you take these lessons, I'm not teaching you nothing. Guess what I'm doing? I'm sharing with you. So, it is what it is. Excuse me. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent. Any questions? Any questions? Now, I know a lot of people, mom loves you. Oh, I want to say this. I want all the women in here, I want you to check out my queens, Thea and Zola LaMelle, as well as my sisters. They got a community that they are building, all right, which is called Mom. Now they're doing something Facebook Messenger so they can communicate with one another, but they also have meetings every Wednesday. They started up. I want to give a shout out to Thea and Zola LaMelle. All right, my wives. I need y'all to if they might put a link in or whatever, but just connect up with one of them if you can. Now they are building a woman community group to uplift women. It is called Mom, which is the matriarchal order of mothers. All right, it's all about no men are allowed in a group. The only way men are allowed, we are allowed in a group, but we are allowed on the outside as protectors. We're not allowed in the inside of the community. Only women are allowed in the community. All right. So if you like Thea or Zola, y'all can put y'all what's the name in there, and it's also coordinated by our president Shamel. I wanted to say that this is also coordinated by Shamel, who is also Jasmine Thompson. She's known as Jasmine Thompson. You can get up with Jasmine. Man, I got robots coming in. You can get up with Jasmine or Thea or Zola, and they will y'all having meeting. They're having meetings or whatever, and you can discuss topics about the woman. If y'all having confidential conversations with each other, just to uplift one, not the woman power that brings a man down. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, that's the one thing I support about this community. I see the robots coming in. Excuse me. Let me block the robots. Like, this is not a woman power community where they downplay men. We're like, oh man, excuse me, F niggas. This is not that type of situation. Or it's not a sorority where it's a meow sorority. Meow, meow. It's not that type of situation. Let me keep it real. So if you trying to sign up for that, it's not that. It's some real serious women that are set. They got their minds set in the right direction, far as business wise, far as their family. They got their mind set in the right direction. All right, and they are uplifting one another. So yes, if you would like, get up with either Thea or Zola, or Jasmine Thompson, who is the president. You can get up with her or any one of the sisters. To be honest, if you can't reach out to one of them, reach out. Like Sister Chocolate, you've been rocking out with us for a while. Please link up with one of the queens, please. You next to family, yo. Sister Martha, I know you going through something. You don't got Zoom on your phone. I get that. But guess what? We need to upgrade our technology. And I got your back. No problem. We got, the sisters will help you. They'll help you. All you got to do is reach out. And I'm going to say RIP to your family members that you lost. You got my prayers you got my prayers in my heart. They're in there for you, Queen, and your family. All right? Sister Javette, link up with the sisters. Sister Shantae, you know you've been rocking out with me for a while. You my peoples. It's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that you my peoples, man. Like, I can just say you my peoples, but we have to structurally organize ourselves. We have to get ourselves together, yo. You know what I mean? So, yes, please. You said, I downloaded Zoom now. Thank you, Queen. That's a step. You took a step in the right direction. Now, you got sisters here to support you. You got sisters here to uplift you. You know, and you got to think about 3 reasons why you would want a sister community. And then also, we have contributions in the community, and the contributions consist of, you have to do, it's like literally like homework. Like when you write something, like let's say we talk about the woman, like let's say, and it's the same in the men fraternity. That's why I'm saying I can give the lessons up for the talk about this with the sorority. Yeah, you have a contribution, like you write down lessons about a certain particular woman, or a certain particular station of a woman, and you contribute to the community, and you talk about a woman. All right? And you uplift one another each and every week. All right? And that's something to refresh. You know, you call and communicate with each other every day, or send a text every day to uplift one another as women. You know, that's something that's missing. All right? In this so-called conscious community. All right? I think we need more of that as well. And you know, the brothers do it a lot. Yo, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Everything's yo, bro. And then us brothers' camaraderie is so, like, relevant. But sisterhood is not relevant. They want y'all to back and bite each other and be jealous of each other and be seeing who's the prettiest and whatever, and be looking at vanity all the time between one another to bring down the woman. That's Genesis chapter 3:15, yeah? All right? That's the hatred between the woman, the seed of the woman, and the seed of the serpent. So I need y'all to get back on y'all throne, man. Y'all good. Y'all got to support. Y'all got somebody supporting y'all. All right? And master the lessons. Master the lessons. Teach us some stuff. Because guess what? Shout out to Shirley. Shout out to Sheila. Shout out to Sister Shell, our great grandmother. Shout out to Sister Shell. All right, our great grandmother. Because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have shared those lessons with you. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been able to, give those lessons to my queens, or even write them down in book form so you will have it. If it wasn't for her. So I'm going to give honors and respect to Charlotte Taylor, a.k.a. Shell. All right? She did a marvelous job. And guess what? So will you. So will you. You will do a marvelous job with these daughters, with these sisters, with these wives, these widows, and these mothers. You will do a marvelous job with these women. Okay? So I need you to take your crown as well as take your throne and your scepter. I need you to take your crown. Because the weapon of choice for the mother is the pen and the paper. Yeah. But she also takes a crown as well. Even though she gave it to her husband to rule on her behalf. But she takes a crown. And I need you to take yours. All right? So, yeah, y'all queens, y'all empower one another. You know, figure it out. And I did my best to share the lessons with you of Charlotte Taylor. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Millie. I am here. Link up. The Queens are having a meeting every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. Now, that is the day of Mercury. That is the day of Mercury, which deals with communication. So it's a great day to have a meeting. To be honest, if y'all connect up and y'all realize the energies that's related to that day, communication is connected with that day. So it's like running downhill. When you run downhill, you run extra fast. When you run uphill, it's harder. So you want to catch the energies when they flowing with you. Yo, Mercury is a good day for communication. All right. So I empower you, sisters. You know, I empower you, sisters, to do something greater, and we'll follow. You got us. You got us, men. We here. Whatever y'all want, we here to serve y'all. And hopefully this can resonate. You're not alone. Shantae, you're not alone. All right? You're not alone. The family you got family. You way over there, but you got family. All right? Sister Chocolate, you're not alone in this, yo. You got family in this revolution. Okay? I need you to know. You got family in this revolution. And we ready to take up arms with you. You said jealousy always allows you to have what you want all by yourself and alone. Yo, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Please. Give me a question. Before I get off. I want to do a chant. I'll do a chant while you loading up questions. Now I did put something in the comment section. And it was the affirmation for today, which is Anuki. What is it? I don't know if it's showing it. Y'all got the affirmation for today? It ain't showing it. But it was Anuki Fi Sahul. Salul. Excuse me. Anuki Fi Salul. Salul. Anuki Fi Salul. Thank you, Sister Chocolate. Please make sure you link up. Please. Please. I need your energy, man. You've been rocking out with me. Chocolate been rocking out with me, yo. It's been people been rocking out with me. They know what type of dedication I've been doing, man. I remember in the pilgrimage vacation, Chocolate, no. Man, we had to get the rental for the van. This is a pilgrimage vacation like 3 or 4 years ago. Man, we had to get the rental for the van. Chocolate, no. I was on the bike. Man, I was on the bike rushing. I was way out California on a bike. Getting to the... She remembered. Oh, man, we was grinding, man. It's a grind. People been here with me with the grind. Y'all been here with me, man. Good times and bad times, man. Y'all been here with me, yo. I'm gonna say I love you. I think I'm gonna start visiting y'all, like y'all cities close to y'all. All right? But I think y'all women should really, really do that. Let me do a chant real quick. Now, this is coming from the book. This is Master Key Application 311. This is the Pilgrimage Vacation, which we are having June 17th of this year. June 17th, 18th, and 19th in Newport Beach, California. All right? So, I'm going to do a little chant with you guys. If there's any questions, please put it in the comment section. Any questions? Put it in the comment section. Man, I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a while, man. I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a while. And, wow. It's the not the 99 names. All right. So now this, it might seem like redundant with me doing this, but I got something, a participation for you to do. If you want to involve yourself in this chant, all you have to say is this: Ya Tawalu Kum. And when you say Kum, you stomp your feet. All right. If y'all want to get involved in the chant, all right, all you have to say is Ya Tawalu Kum. Like if I say Ya Atumre, you say, and I'm gonna say Ya Tawalu Kum. You saying that too with me. I say Ya Atumre, Ya Tawalu Kum, Ya Nun, Ya Tawalu Kum, Ya Nunet, Ya Tawalu Kum. Y'all hear me? If I say Ya He, Ya Tawalu Kum, all right? Ya He Het, Ya He Het, Ya Tawalu Kum. All right, cool. Y'all with me? So y'all got it. So, only thing is, when you say Kum, the proper pronunciation of Kum is actually Khum, but you either, you gotta touch something or stomp your feet. You gotta touch your heart or stomp your feet, like Kum. All right, like Kum. Y'all hear me? That's the proper pronunciation of it. So you say Ya Tawalu Kum. Okay? Wherever you at. So the reason why I want to say this, because I want to invoke power upon each and every one of us. I want to call upon these great forces to protect us, and I want to call upon these forces to empower you as well. All right? Now, this is a part of the psychic phenomena, because whether you know it or not, the ancestors exist in and outside of you at the same time. And then for real, I want you to start praying to your descendants. Start sending out prayers. Remember, keep it real. You know, when you have a thought and it goes to the universe, it needs to land somewhere. You hear me? That's why you be careful what you be thinking. Be careful what you say, because your words can be used against you, and even your thoughts. All right? So when you place certain thoughts in the universe, that's why I tell people, I say, always begin your day with a positive affirmation. Like today's positive affirmation was Anuki Fi Salul, which is I am in control. Anuki, say it. Anuki Fi Shalul. Anuki Fi Shalul. I am in control. Say it. Anuki Fi Shalul. Positive affirmations. No negative connotations. All right? Keep it real. Like, start to focus on that. If anything, start to focus on positive affirmations instead of negative connotations. All right? So say it say it to yourself. We'll chant that first before I chant out some actions of the universe. I want you to chant out Anuki Fi Shalul, 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 Anuki Fi Shalul. Put that thought in the universe. Put that thought in the universe. I'm keeping it real. That's why I've said, yo, you pray to your descendants. Yo, the reason why you pray to your descendants, your children's children, and your children, and the children's children after that, because they praying to you. And you have to meet them halfway. Just like we praying to the ancestors at one time, the ones that were learned, they were praying to us. They were praying towards us. They were sending salutations to us. So we will be guarded in the future. You hear me? So we do the same thing on our descendants. Don't just pray to your ancestors. Pray to your descendants. All right? Pray to your children and your children's children's children. All right? So, the positive affirmation of today is Anuki Shalol. Anuki fi Shalol. Shalol. Anuki fi Shalol. Anuki fi Shalol. Say it. Anuki fi Shalol. Oh, I heard you. Say it again. Anuki fi Shalol. I heard you. All right, cool. We good. Certain things you got to put out in the universe, and it needs to land somewhere. The place that it needs to land, the fertile ground it needs to land, is your heart. I'm going to keep it real. That's the fertile place when you put these thoughts out in the universe. That's the fertile place these thoughts need to land. It's your heart. Hopefully you get that. All right, so I'm gonna end this broadcast. I need probably about 3 more minutes of your time, and I'm gonna do this special chant. So I'm gonna say Ya Atum Ray. Excuse me. We begin all prayers and thinking as a part of the all. Thank you for the blessings I have seen and unseen. May I say the right things. All right, cool. I just wanted to give reference before I said that. Okay, so, Ya Atum Ray. Remember, wherever you at, you gotta say Ya Tuwalukum, Ya Tuwalukum. Real easy. Ya Tuwalukum. Stomp your feet. Ya Tuwalukum. Make it tribal. Ya Tuwalukum. Whenever I say an attribute, you say Ya Tuwalukum. All right. So Ya Atum Ray. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Nun. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Nunet. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Het. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Hihet. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Kek. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Kiket. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Amun. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Amunet. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Atum. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Shu. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Tefnut. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Geb. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Nut. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Aset. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Saru. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Neptut. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Sutuk. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Haru. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Happy. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Enquet. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Anti. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Nefiratum. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Mantu. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Bepti. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Segmet. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Hatar. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Bes. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Ta. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Bas. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Imhotep. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Hu. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Mut. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Mihert. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Kefri. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Miskenment. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Ra'at. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Kentamentio. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Hika. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Nieth. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Ma'at. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Renentet. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Shayi. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Shishet. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Mefdet. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Sobek. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Anubu. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Kunum. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Kansu. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya Tanin. Ya Tuwalukum. Ya
Siya, Ya Tualukum, Ya Hikat, Ya Tualukum, Ya Amsu, Ya Tualukum, Ya Serapis, Ya Tualukum, Ya Atumre, Ya Tualukum, Ya Tuhuti, Ya Tualukum, Ya Tawaret, Ya Tualukum, Ya Selket, Ya Tualukum, Ya Ha, Ya Tualukum, Ya Nehemka, Ya Naha, Ya Tualukum, Ya Zokar, Ya Tualukum, Ya Ba'it, Ya Tualukum, Ya Akir, Ya Tualukum, Ya Inihiret, Ya Tualukum, Ya Wabaret, Ya Tualukum, Ya Sekititep, Ya Tualukum, Ya Wabaret, Ya Tualukum, Ya Mareskir, Ya Tualukum, Ya Siya, Ya Tualukum, Ya Gerhet, Ya Tualukum, Ya Astenihu, Ya Tualukum, Ya Bihutit, Ya Tualukum, Ya Menkit, Ya Tualukum, Ya Hem, Ya Tualukum, Ya Matuti, Ya Tualukum, Ya Kabesinov, Ya Tualukum, Ya Tuamotef, Ya Tualukum, Ya Merit, Ya Tualukum, Ya Ura, Ya Tualukum, Ya Anju, Ya Tualukum, Ya Nekebet, Ya Tualukum, Ya Shishet, Ya Tualukum, Ya Nekebet, Ya Anuket, Ya Tualukum, Ya Jet, Ya Tualukum, Ya Tem, Ya Tualukum, Ya Uwa, Ya Tualukum, Ya Uwas, Ya Tualukum, Ya Anku, Ya Tualukum, Ya Afnuit, Ya Tualukum, Ya Satis, Ya Tualukum, Ya Sekti, Ya Tualukum, Ya Mata, Ya Tualukum, Ya Nine, Ya Tualukum, Ya Inuit, Ya Tualukum, Ya Mseti, Ya Tualukum, Ya Kamamu, Ya Tualukum, Ya Resheth, Ya Tualukum, Ya Mary, Ya Tualukum, Ya Amun Ray, Ya Tualukum. Yeah. That right there is cleansing. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's hard to do that. It's hard to do that, yo. Coom. Coom, yo. Coom. I know it's like, yo, man, what is this dude saying? Just go with the flow and say, yeah, Tualukum, yo. That's all you had to do. That's why I gave instruction. Yo, just go with the flow and say, yeah, Tualukum. If we were sitting here, we would make the earth quake. I ain't gonna lie to you. If y'all was sitting here right now with me and we were saying, yeah, Tualukum, man, we'd make this damn earthquake, yo. We'd make this earthquake. I've been in ceremonies like that, yo. We make the earth shake. I've been in ceremonies where we made the earthquake. I'm dead serious. Every time you say coom, it's going coom! Y'all let the elders flow through you, man. Thank you. And excuse me, all the women can say shh. The men cannot say that. But all the women can say that. Because y'all know y'all are the shh, the female, the SH, which is she. You are the 28th letter of the alphabet. The 2 that creates the time machine, which is the number 8. Alright? So yeah, this was a hot bill. And the reason why I did that chant, because I haven't done that in a long time. And I really think it was relevant. And then I did it through a 131. Be honest, I did it through a 131. I stopped it like around 10:33. So it was 131 moment, whether y'all know it or not. When I stopped, it was 10:33. So, like, this is real. God is with us, man. Emmanuel. Real talk. Real talk. And the Messiah is here. The Messiah is here. I need you to know that. The Messiah is here. Now, I know y'all went to church a couple times, but I need you to really know that the Messiah is here. All right? So, I want to leave you in peace. I want to say shout out to all the All-Stars. Thank you that gave me your times. Thank you, Sister Oyala. Thank you to our Presidente, Sister Jasmine Thompson, Shamel, she who embodies the spirit of melanin. Thank you. Thank you for...
Okay. Right. Hopefully it can hear me pretty decent. Allow me some time to set up the video. Say thank you to my queen, Thea Lamel, for holding me down at this point. We are out here to give honors and respect to my mother. All right. As a person, who she is to me in my heart, and everything I learned from being her son. All right. So that's it. You know, this is a moment. We logged in at 11:02. Wow, that's Domingo's birthday. Yeah. It's so nice to have a bird watching over us right now.
Here with us.
Yeah, it's a bird just sitting there watching. That's a beautiful thing. I don't know how it's going or how it's recording because this is the first time I ever kind of did this, but I guess I'll come back on my phone just to make sure I log the moment really good. But for everyone that ever knew my mother, you knew she was a loving person. She did her best for everyone. She had no enemies in this world. You know, she forgave the worst of them. Okay, and she did what she can to be a great person in society. You know,
Still doing. He's still doing to this day.
Yeah.
On this day.
yeah, let me know.
I don't know if you guys can see the bird. Kind of dark.
Okay, babe, I took you off. You hear me? Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I took you off. I'm on. Let me make sure that this is set up right. Can you cut it down, please? You can come over here, please. Sit next to me. I think it's more comfortable. Yeah, just cut it, cut it off.
Yeah. Because it won't let me go no lower than that.
It's cool. It's still recording. Please sit down. All right. It's kind of dark. And then we got our little
Our drinks.
glasses. Yeah.
Oh, that was. Let's see. That looks fine.
All right. Should be better now because, like your the vocals from the phone is sound. It was probably sounding when I was listening to it. It was sounding kind of weird.
Okay.
So, so start this over, and I'm gonna reflect on the idea of why we're taking the time to do this. All right, why we're taking the time to reflect on the person that was truly great to me and many other people in this world. Right, no other than my mother, Karen Rodriguez. Okay, or simply Karen. I don't call her by that name, but many other people called her by that name. Okay. 12/21 is the winter solstice as well, significantly. And they may say it's the darkest time of the year. You know, it's the time of the darkness, the time of when the earth is in its darkest moment. But in actuality, this is the time where the things that's hidden is being truly revealed. That which is done in darkness is seen by those that have the light within them. All right, and that's what this really represents. Okay, and I just wanted to let everybody know, everybody that supports the movement, everybody that has has dedicated any time to what we represent as a whole in a collective, that is to change the world. That this person that I call my mother was one of those type of people that wanted to change the world as well. Thank you, my brother LJ. I appreciate your support and your love. My mom died this year, man, and my mom passed away this year, January 3rd, and and it was something that I'm gonna tell you, man. I didn't think that I don't know, man. I didn't know how to handle the situation at the moment. Total meltdown. Total meltdown. All right. And I had to learn some other things about life in general through this loss. I had to learn so much about myself. I had to learn so much about just growth in general. I had to learn so much. This year has been a roller coaster of revelations. It has been a total roller coaster of revelations. And like I said,
I lost my mom at the very beginning of the year, January 3rd. I lost my mom. All right. And you know, I had to think about some of the last things that she wanted or she would have required in this world. I had to think about those things. I had to honor that, you know, and I bring this back to say that it's not about what you want or what you represent. It's about honoring and respecting the person for what they represented and what they wanted. All right. Now, so to say, I'm not going to say my mom had a different belief system than I did, because when it came down to prayer, my mom, she made prayer with us. She was throwing the cooms. She was trying to throw up the MeWe. She was trying to throw up the MeWe as much as she could. You know what I'm saying? It was just, it was real, because when I started looking for God, and my mom, it was one of those things that she never stopped me from doing, no matter what. Like, you go out in the streets and you looking for trouble, right? You know how you go out in the streets and you looking for trouble, you doing what you want to do, and your mom is quick to stop you or quick to tell you, yo, look, you go out in that street, you go a bone, you might get hit. Yo, don't play with fire, don't do this and don't do that. But when I entered the realm of looking for God, it was something that my mom never stopped me doing. She never held me back. She never pushed me in a position that made me feel uncomfortable for searching for that God force. All right. And internally, that made me feel good, because every time I brought God back to her, she was more or less like, what you got now? Like, what you got for me now? Um, and I end up settling on the idea of the Messiah, and settling on the idea of that we collectively represent that whole and that body called the Messiah. And out of all the things that I have brought to her, presented to her, have shown her, that was the one thing that really, I would say, paused her in a certain type of way. It made her open her ear, like, oh, what you got to say, what you really got to say. Because I started talking about the Messiah. And but my message was different. It was totally different than um I don't know what she expected or how she expected or whoever expected, because the idea that I brought to her was that we collectively represent this body called the Messiah. In remembrance, we're all special people. We all have special roles and special um, things to fulfill in this world. And, I told my mom she's somebody that is special. She is somebody that is truly special in this world. And I would tell my mom that, and maybe times and many times she have told me I'm special. But I have come back in doing my research and doing my spiritual check in and figuring out my purpose. I end up figuring out my mother's greater purpose. And I just told her that on many occasions. I said, Mom, you are a special person. You show me love like my mom showed me love. My mom showed me the hardships of life as well. But all in all, she showed me love. She showed me how to be a better person.
She showed me like the good and the bad of the world, not just the good things, what people think they see, but she showed me the bad things in the world that I need to look out for. And a lot of the times, like I had to really I had to really knuckle down and figure out, you know, as a man who I would become and who I would be. You know, that's why I raised my children, most of them. All right. I still got plenty of work to be done. Just letting y'all know. But most of the ones that I've raised that are grown at this point and they're on having children, it makes me feel like my purpose and what I'm here to do in this world is still not yet fulfilled. I still have many things to do in this world. I still have much life to give to this world. All right. And not in the aspect of bringing humans into existence by having sex with a mortal person, but the idea of merging thoughts that I collectively have in my heart and in my mind, and then share those same thoughts and principles with those that are in the community, and we collectively come together to make changes in this world. And that's the purpose that I have found myself constantly gravitating towards. You know, people I would say they want to be stars, they want to be rich, and they glorify the rich or glorify that which is considered to be almost a fallen star, or what you want to call it. All right. You know, and you know that goes back to biblical, and I'm it's a biblical narrative when I'm saying a fallen star. You know what I'm saying? It's literally like a someone that fell from grace, fell from the grace of what they are truly, like what the message that they really was supposed to bring to the people, and how they tricked the people and act like they was coming with the message, but the only thing they wanted to do was to get riches and fame. Yo, man, I don't care about no riches. I don't care about no fame. I think that was one of the agreements that I've come into this world. But you know what I want? I just want true love. And if true love is equivalent to riches and fame, then with this it's weird. I think I think true love is more than riches and fame. Because you think you got love when you got fame. You think you got love when you got riches. And you really don't have true love. When you down and out and you don't have nothing, and you down to your last, and you really trying to put it together, and you got someone pulling through with you, and that's able to fight and able to push through the moment. This is what builds love, because love is like a seed that's grown in your heart, but your heart must be the fertile ground first to lay the seed in the first place. All right. So like I give you something here at this moment, 12:21. It was just 11:21. But I brought it to you on 12:21, which is my mother's Earth Day, or when she manifested in this world, which is actually a log date that's synonymous with my own when it comes to our matrix, as well as my brothers and how we came into this world. The same synonymous, they link up in a matrix. 12:21, 12:12, 131, 13, 1331, various other numbers, 323, all right, 323. All of these numbers, there's certain other numbers that link up with the code. And the code I have been sharing with you day in and day out since 2017 of the Gregorian calendar, which really marked the age of Tanun. All right. That's when we came into the 13th day, the 13th month, the first day, the first moon, and the first day, which was 13/11, March 1st, 2017. All right. So we have came into a new era, a new time, a new dawn, a new wave, and we're all part of that. We're all part of this. The 12/21 is all about love and unity. But the 12 is actually the canopy of the sky. The 12 hours, because listen, we got 12 hours a day and 12 hours a night. All right. But we sit on the winter solstice. All right. We literally sit on the winter solstice where it's more dark than day at this point. All right. So we're reflecting on that darkness. And that darkness is the woman. And the woman that I'm sharing with you today is my mother, Karen, 12/21. Man, I want to speak about her in a glorified fashion. I want to say everything that I can possibly feel in my heart about her to let you know that, she was a remarkable person. All right. She was a remarkable person. And what she passed away from was cardiac arrest. If you would like to know. All right. And I would consider it be a heart that she shared with everyone. Maybe her heart was just too big for everyone. All right. It was just too big for her body. And her body couldn't contain her heart. All right. If you want me to say that, I don't know. I can get real spooky with it. Or get real symbolic in a sense of what I would think as my premonitional reason why these things happen. But I know my mom had a big heart, and just like the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, before he got the Quran, he had a blackness that was on his heart, and they had to open up his sadr, his chest, in order for his galbi, his heart, his galb, to be literally cleansed from all he had on his heart. And you say, what did the Prophet have on his heart? He had a lot of regret because he was an orphan. He didn't get to know his mother and father as a child. He lived with regret on his heart. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or through the angel Jibreel, had to literally cleanse his heart in order for the message to be, for him to receive the message. All right? In this day and time, our hearts need a cleansing. Our hearts need a cleansing from, different things that we went through, different situations, different problems, and different things that we holding on to, and different baggages that we need to let go of. Our heart needs the cleansing of that true weight that's holding us, that feels like gravity, that's taking away the levity of your mind, so you can move to another level of existence and experience something much more. Because it's impossible, it's totally impossible to connect with the spiritual world if you allow in all the physical things to weigh you down. It's totally impossible. It's totally impossible. So I bring this to tell you, man, that a lot of the things that we must let go of. We must let go of and move forward in order to experience the new, in order to gain what the universe truly has to offer for us. You hear me? Messiah. All right? Because a lot of times when they depict the Messiah walking on water. And you say, well, what is water, Lamel? Water is emotion. Go back and go to the spiritual reflection of what water represents. It represents the unpredictability of emotion. I mean, or the fact that when you throw a pebble or throw a boulder in water, those emotions will affect everyone like a ripple effect. You hear me? Because we all are part of the collective whole. You feel me? 323. Real talk, man. This is a moment. 11. This is 11:30 right now. It's a 131 moment. It's a 131 moment, and the message is clear that we are the Messiah. It's a 131 at 1221. And 1221 gave birth to the 131, just like 12 came before 13. All right? And we learning lessons through the sacred mother. And we learning lessons through the sacred house. And we're learning lessons through the 323, which is the sacred eye. Which is the sacred eye. We're learning lessons. In Taino, you know what we call the sacred eye. In Egypt, they called the sacred eye the Wajeh. And they linked it with Horus, which is also the Messiah. But in Taino, we link the sacred eye as Aku, which is the witnessing eye. That's witnessing everything. The all-seeing eye that's literally seeing that which is within and that which is without. All right? We give honors and respect to all those that have passed away. 1221. When I say 1221, I want you to know that it means love. It means love and unity. Why is that? The 12th letter of the alphabet is what, y'all? Love. Is it not? Excuse me. Is it not love? The 12th letter of the alphabet is love. All right? And then you got the 21st letter of the alphabet. What is the 21st letter of the alphabet? The 21st letter of the alphabet so happens to be U, which is unity or universe. And if you say love you, you're actually saying love you. Love you. You say the word. You say the word, or you say the pronunciation of the letters. You say love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. You're almost saying the same thing. So it's you that I love, and it's the unity that we all love. It is the unity that we share between us that we love. It's the guiding light that brings us to the wholeness of oneness. Because when I say like a lot of people give reference to God and they have so many names for God, and I don't care what name. But you know, when I give reference to the grand creator, I give reference to the one or the oneness. And the oneness is really like wholeness. I wouldn't call it like one, like individuality. I would consider it like one, like wholeness. Like wholeness. That's what the Walu is. The Walu is collective consciousness. It's not a singularity. It's not just one person running around thinking they whatever. It is us as a collective whole putting into the basket. It's putting into the basket and bringing what we want into this world into existence. It is 11:33 right now. Cool. Cool. Wherever you at, stomp your feet. Cool. Tap your heart. Cool. When you say that word. All right? Because it wouldn't be next to saying amen or hallelujah. Because Kum is when the universal light strikes your mind. It's when the universal light literally strikes your mind. And when it strikes your mind, your heart becomes the utterance. It becomes the utterance, Kum. It becomes the utterance, and the utterance sounds like thunder. You hear me? Messiah. That's what we are. We are messiahs. Like, you want to argue with me. You want to fight with me. You want to wrestle with the moment. You want to say, Lamel, Lamel, I'm not Jesus. I never said you Jesus. What I said that you are a Messiah. Real simple. That's all I said. I said you are a Messiah. Real simple. And we collectively represent that body as a whole called the Messiah. And what I share with you is considered to be the codex, or what you call the Messiah code. All right? Real talk. So it's much work to be done. It's many things for us to do in this land. It's many things to do in this world. But what's for us to do is to get ourselves together first. It's to come to the table right. Come with good food. Don't come with poison to the table. You bringing good food to the table. And when we collectively eat this good food for thought, we have nourishment. We have a way to understand or overstand or understand, or better yet, solar stand reality itself. You hear me? Messiah. All right? Real talk. The 131, before I get off, check this out. That's right. Undo the singular state of mind, yo. Access to all. That's a fact. That's a fact. Before I get off, I'm going to give a shout out to Larkeisha. I'm going to give a shout out to El Roy, the All-Stars, all the Messiah Code Movement All-Stars, our president, Sister Jasmine Thompson, Shamel, she who embodies the spirit of melanin. I want to say shout out to my brother Kepera. Thank you for your participation as well. Shout out to my queen, Thea Lamel, for holding me down. I really appreciate it for what it's worth. Shout out to my brother LJ Ra. Shout out to brother Amku. The Facebook. Shout out to Sister LaAnk, Messiah Code All-Star. Shout out to all the All-Stars. I want to say I love y'all, man. Yo, hopefully this message, thank you. Thank you for the message. Yo, look, check this out. Hopefully this message resonated with a couple people, because what I talked about basically was the fact that 1221 means love. And if you didn't do it as of yet, you still have about 22 minutes to call somebody up and just tell them I love them.
Yes.
And if you don't call them up and tell them you love them, just call them up and just make a connection. And that might be close to saying I love you. Mm-hmm. You don't even got to say it. You can just say, just make that connection up. Because if you make that connection up, maybe that person may think you truly love them inside, for what it's worth. And love don't have to be the mushy love where we getting all bougie with each other. It just can be love. All right? Looking out for the best interests of one another, for what it's worth. Just for the spare of the moment. And if we had a war all year long, today we're going to declare the day that we don't have that war. We're going to declare that today is the day. I'm just saying, from this day forward, for anybody to know it, for anybody, if I got war with you, if I got a problem with you, I will stop at this moment, because I will have mercy on accountability of my mother. All right? And who she was as a person, and how merciful she was as a person. I will stop. and I will yield, and I will say I love you, man. I don't want war. I want love. I want love, man. This world, we can't fight over this world. We got to share it.
Yes.
The air that we breathe, we got to share it with the person next to us.
Mm-hmm.
The water that we drink, it evaporates and go into the air, and we share with the next country or the next destination.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we have to share a lot of things. All right? We have to share a lot of things. And if you have my same blood type and if you need it, I would give it to you. All right? Just keep it real. Keep it real. So, all in all, I want to say I love y'all, man. This is a 1221 moment right now. This is a cool moment as well because it's a 141, because it's 1140. 1140 means the ones that are for the oneness. Real talk. So I love y'all. 747 24/7. 361 degrees. And before we get off, we're going to take this shot from my mom
okay.
at a 141. All right? Let's go.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Shout out to Mama Karen.
Woo-wee.
Woo. I'm warm now.
Woo. Straight warm out here now. It's warm. Shout out to the family, all the Messiah Code family. Thank you for coming in. This was really pleasant. It's not a sad moment. It's a joyous time to reflect on my mom. If she ever touched your life, make sure that you give reference and say thank you, Mom. And what I was going to do is I got her ashes, so I'm going to put her ashes out in the water. I'm going to do that tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to do that. I got some of her ashes, and I'm going to take some of her ashes and put it in the water. And yeah, my queen has my mom's ashes right here. She has her ashes, so my mom is definitely, her remains are with us as well.
Yes.
You said it's cold in New York. It's cold in New York. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's kind of chilly in Florida right now.
Yes.
It's kind of chilly, but it's cool, man. Thank you for your time.
Yes.
This is special. Thank you, Larkeisha.
323.
323. You know you meant to be here. If my brother was here, my brother was supposed to be here.